Well, hello, all of my students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and on today's quick English lesson, we're going to learn from one another. I am going to discuss some of the comments and questions that you guys have left on the channel over the past few English lessons. So if you like this, make sure you let me know down in the comments section. I love engaging with you guys. So let's dive into today's lesson and let's get some learning and laughter in for today. So this one says, I love this. The pictures also help me. Keep it up, Jay. And I replied, okay, thanks for the feedback. So, on some of my most recent lessons, I have been including pictures with the vocabulary words to help some of you that may not know what I'm talking about, to give you a visual representation of the word I am teaching you. So, one of the subscribers said that they like the pictures and it helps them. So let me know if you feel the same way. Should I just do words on the screen or include pictures? I hope to hear from you. Here's a comment that says, great idea, Teacher Jay. And I said, many, many thanks. So I asked a question on one of my posts here on YouTube, and I wanted to know, what do they think about an idea that I had to do for some videos? And one person just responded, great idea. I think I wanted to know, would you guys like for me to do fill in the blank vocabulary videos where I provide sentences and you just fill in the blank with the appropriate vocabulary word? And someone said, great idea. Sometimes I have ideas and I'm not sure if you guys would want me to do it or not. So I ask, and hopefully you can give me some feedback. So thank you for the comment. Here's one that says, Jay, sir, time will tell whether the court will grant a stay or not, but it cannot stop our English learning. Your English lessons are fantastic. Exactly. Some things are unstoppable. So, this is a comment from one of my recent English from the news lessons, and they were commenting about the story that I was reading. And if I'm remembering correctly, this came from the lesson where I was discussing about immigration laws being changed. And so it's always good to hear you guys' thoughts about the articles that I do read. Should I keep doing English from the news? It seems like you guys are enjoying it. And if so, are there any type of news articles that you want me to do? Maybe sports, more politics. Let me know. Entertainment. Let me know down in the comment section. I tell you, I did a story last week on a school bus catching on fire and the kids getting out safely. And a lot of you disliked that article. And so it was kind of funny to me because it was a great article. Even though it was a school bus that caught on fire, no one was injured. And I just thought it was funny how some of you was like, I don't like that. But I mean, things happen in life, and they report on it. And I saw a great opportunity to read about it and teach you something. But thanks for the comment anyway. Wild animals often flee when the feel danger. And that's a typo. It should be when they feel danger. And I put that in my response. So One thing I do on my lessons is I often have quiz questions, and I love when you take the time to answer those quiz questions down in the comments. And let me tell you, everyone makes mistakes when they're typing, or even if your English is not that strong, no one knows who you are. And so it's a great opportunity to practice. So I hope you guys continue and more of you answer the quiz questions down in the comments section. Also, I encourage you to watch the lesson twice, one with the subtitles on and one with the subtitles off, so it can help your comprehension and your listening skills. So thanks for the comment. Let's go to the next one. We would like to learn some vocabularies and phrases regarding hospitals. Thank you, Jay. And I said, okay, cool. So when I got this comment, I immediately put a lesson together and you guys seemingly enjoyed it. So thank you so much once again for that awesome suggestion and comment. If you guys want me to do vocabulary words about different subjects, all you have to do is let me know in the comments section. I'm trying to build a community. I wish some type of way, some of you that really love enjoy my lessons, I could get you guys email or something so we could go live together. I put together a Patreon, but I don't get too much response from that. But I'm just trying to figure out a way, even if it's 10 or 20 of us, when I go live, you could watch live. And so I'm trying to figure that out. If you have a suggestion, let me know. Maybe if I just start going live at a certain time, you guys will adjust your schedule and try to be there if you can. But I am open to suggestions, okay? I appreciate your hard work. And I said, you're welcome. Let me tell you, it is hard work, especially when I started the channel. I was doing like one video a week. Then I went up to 2 a week. Then I went up to 3 a week. And then I got tired and I went back to 1 to 2 videos a week. And over the last few weeks, I have been doing 1 lesson every day. And I'm telling you, it is hard work. But it seems that you guys are learning and you like doing 1 lesson a day. And I've made them longer. I used to do like 6 minutes or maybe 15 minutes, but have you noticed that my lessons now are like 20 minutes, 23 minutes? Let me know down in the comments section. Are my lessons too long? Are they too short? Do you like 1 a day? Should I do 2 a day? Let me know down in the comments section and I'll see if I can do more or improve. I'm always looking for ways to do better and to help. Okay, let's go to the next comment. This one was long. In my point of view, it's perfect pace, which everyone can comprehend except for beginners. So let me stop right there. I try to speak at a slow pace so my beginning English learners can follow. And sometimes I speak at a moderate pace, and sometimes I purposely speak at a fast pace to challenge you. And so in this particular lesson, I posed the question, am I talking too fast? And I love how this person took the time to say, in my point of view, it's a perfect pace. Okay. Then they went on to talk about the article and the lesson that I prepared. And I found out that they are from South Africa. Oh, that is so awesome. And I love hearing the different countries that my subscribers are from. I often go on to Google, and if I am unfamiliar with your country, I actually do a search and I look at some of the images so I can actually see where you are from. I think that is so amazing to me that someone in South Africa, I had one person in Iran, just many of you from all over the world that tell me you enjoy my lessons, and it blows my mind that anyone would take the time to listen to these English lessons that I provide with my unique style. So I'm just so encouraged, and thank you so much for watching and sharing. Okay, let's go to another comment. This one says, suspect is a person assumed to do a crime. Excellent. Or you could say a suspect is a person assumed to do and say a crime. But they were responding to a question that I asked in a recent English lesson. Okay, let's go to this next one. This is another long one. Hello, Jay. Thank you for your super useful videos. I'd like to ask something to you. I almost understand everything you taught us or teach us. I like reading novels, but generally bestseller novels, and they're fine with me. And I feel confident by reading, and of course, there are few of words I do not know, but I manage it. When it comes to classical novels, for example, I started reading 1984 by George Orwell and Animal Farm. But their language and words in the book is hardly understandable, and I feel very lack of knowledge or confidence. I'm wondering, in your opinion, about this issue. And I said, great question. I will give you an answer in an upcoming video. So that was a great comment. So they were telling me that they read books and it has words that they do not understand. And I teach to try to follow context clues. But let me tell you one thing I do. When I read and I find a book that I'm reading that has words that I'm unfamiliar with, I simply read, get the word, and then I go and I look up the word on Google. That's what I do. If it's a word that I don't use or I don't know how to pronounce and I figured out what it means when I read it, I just look up on Google pronounce and then I type the word in and then I can hear it and then I learned a new word. Now, in some of these classical novels, they talk in such a way that is not in native American English. It's not the way we talk. And that was just the style that they wrote it in. It's almost like reading a Shakespeare novel. You know, it's just how they talked back then. And so it takes some time to understand what they're saying and to learn from them. And it can be a little bit challenging, but you just have to stick to it. Okay? So to answer your question, when I come up on a word that I don't know, I simply look it up and learn what it is. Outside of that, that's pretty much what I do. So you're on the right path. I also suggest reading things that you are interested in. Sometimes reading things that are hard to understand, it's a difficult challenge. So try to stick to things maybe that you can comprehend. Okay? Here's another comment. It is very good, this channel, for Spanish speakers like me who want to improve the English language. Please keep on making these videos with vocabulary, with explanation, and reading comprehension. Awesome. More episodes to come. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad what I'm doing is helping you, especially whether you speak Spanish or French or some other language, it's just encouraging to know that you want me to keep doing what I'm doing. Okay, here's another one. I'm almost done. I think I have one more. Thank you for the lessons and we appreciate your efforts. Can you please make common phrases we use for the laundry? And when I got that one, I did one for the laundry, and you can go back and watch that one. So that's going to do it for today. I hope you have enjoyed these comments. Keep them going, keep them coming. And don't worry about it not sounding proper. I'll figure it out, and usually I'll give you a small suggestion on how you can say your comment better. All right? If today's lesson has helped you, make sure you share it with a friend. I hope to hear from you. Make sure those notification bells are on, and I hope you join me on my next English lesson. I'll see you then.